Cardano is so decentralized that the community even gets the chance to pick who they want to see working on Cardano, working towards the future of Cardano, towards guiding the vision, guiding Dreps, and guiding the next steps for the community. In fact, right now we are choosing these people. We have the Intersect Committee Elections going on, and we are going to tell you all about them, how you can participate, and how they will influence the future of Cardano. Yeah, so let's come here to the Intersect Committee Elections. It's important to note this is a process that is open to any Cardano community member. Of course, you can apply, you can vote to the various committees. We're going to show you what are these committees, why they are so important. But basically, the people in these committees are working for Cardano, working in very different crucial areas for the future of Cardano, and deciding what are the best steps to take, really diving deeper into certain topics and putting out recommendations to help guide the Dreps. But as you can see here, and just for you to know, this process is currently ongoing. People have applied. Voting has opened on the 16th of April at noon UTC, and will be closing on the 7th of May at noon UTC as well. So basically you have just a little time to vote if you haven't done it yet. And you can see here the votes already ongoing for the different committees. We're going to explain you what are each committee and what is their importance and why you need to really pay attention to what's going on and who are the people that are going to be working for Cardano that will be represented in these committees. I think extremely important to notice as well is that to vote on these elections, you need to be an Intersect member. So you need to have an Intersect membership before the date of vote. So if you are not an Intersect member, you won't be able to vote. If you are already, you can. And when I say member, is a paid member. So Intersect has a $10 membership per year, which is not much. It's not that significant, and it's a way to show your interest and availability to participate actively on Cardano. So basically, anyone who has that membership is able to vote through the portal that we're gonna show you how to do later down the video. But before that, maybe it's important to understand more about these committees and understand why they are important. Well, basically, Intersect is a members-based organization, is an organization of people interested in Cardano that wants to support the development and advancement of Cardano, right? And it's playing a crucial role in Cardano governance overall and driving this governance process forward, involving the community in this governance process. And as part of this ambitious mission from Intersect, we have the committees, several elected committees elected by Intersect members that are here to provide specialized guidance and advice to decision makers, including the Constitutional Committee, but also a lot of advice that Dreps can take a look at and make informed decisions about topics they might not understand as much, because after all, Dreps will have a big responsibility to make decisions on a lot of things, and it would be good for them to have some kind of support, some kind of resources, some kind of advice from experts in the different areas to guide their decisions. And that's basically what the committees and the people involved in the committees are doing. That's the work of these individuals. Many of these committees are also responsible through Intersect to provide spaces for Dreps and SPOs to collaborate and to learn and to make decisions and to share insights so they can make better decisions overall for the future of Cardano. So basically, these members that we are electing right now will play a crucial role. They are the ones who are going to be part of these committees. They are the ones who are in charge of researching things relevant to their area of interest and creating a process to make better decisions, better judgments, and just better insights overall to the community, right? And improve also the communication process between these committees and the community members, the Dreps, the SPOs, and everyone else. So it's a job with a lot of responsibility, all right? So we need to make an important choice. And we are going to go through the role of each of the committees, but first a big word of appreciation to everyone who applied to be part of these committees. As you'll see, and going through many of the applications, we have some amazing people with incredible expertise, incredible skill and experience that are applying to do this work for Cardano for free. You know, some of them are spending 20 hours per month or per week, depending on the case, and investing these hours of their time completely for free, at least of right now. It's not a paid position. And they're doing it because they believe in Cardano. They want to do some positive impact in the world and believe in this mission. And that's amazing. You know, a big thank you to them. And it's for sure, you can see that any one of these people applying to such a position probably has a lot of cares a lot about the success of Cardano, because to do this, you know, it's a big commitment. So big thank you to everyone, and definitely, you know, it would be amazing to have you all here and contributing to play this crucial position for the ecosystem and for the future of Cardano. And coming here to the Intersect committees and the different skill sets required, well, we have first the steering committee, and this basically comprises chairs of 7 standing committees and other administration leads and elected members. And the purpose of this committee is to make decisions, collective decisions, that support Intersect development on behalf of the Cardano community. So this committee is focused on the Intersect's development and growth. Then we have the budget committee, which is basically Cardano requires an annual budget, right? An annual budget process. And this committee is the one that will share insights, experience, and recommendation to provide guidance and support in the execution of this budget process, defining the process for how to carry the budget forward, right? So it's a community that plays a big role. And right now we have the ongoing budget process. You can see the link for that video here at the top and also at the end of this video. And that process, of course, has a big take from the budget committee. They'll learn a lot. This is the first time we are doing a budget process. So hopefully the committee that comes will learn a lot from that and improve it. Then we have the civics committee, which advises on recommendations about improving the process of governance on Cardano. So how to make governance better for the community. It also takes a look at the on-chain voting tools and ensuring everything is working fine. So also a very important role, we have the growth and marketing committee, which is about how can we market Cardano better, and what innovative strategies can we have to increase the reach of Cardano and its adoption, which is super important. We have the membership and community committee, which is focused on creating a vibrant Cardano community and increasing the membership of Intersect as well. And of course also the experience being a member of Intersect. And we have the open source committee, which is about promoting open source initiatives on Cardano, ongoing development and evolution of the Cardano blockchain and of its technology in an open source way. So it definitely provides tools, policies, and even incentives for the growth of Cardano in an open source and open way. Then we have the product community, which is about deciding what should be the roadmap for Cardano. And it's about coordinating mostly with the community, with builders, with everyone involved in Cardano to get suggestions and understand what should be prioritized in the development of Cardano, creating a roadmap following that plan. And then we have the technical steering committee, which is a committee focused on critical protocols for the blockchain, critical technical changes to Cardano itself, to the Cardano code base. And it offers some really deep technical analysis and guidance on the development of projects. So it plays a crucial role on Cardano core tech above all, I would say. As Intersect points out in this article, here definitely, these committees are super important for Cardano because we have more decisions to be made. We have a lot of responsibility on the Dreps, as you've seen even during this budget process. So the expertise and the specialized analysis and strategic advice that these committees can provide to the Dreps is really valuable in making their job of having a decision much easier, I would say. And how does it work? Basically, you just need to come into your Intersect members area. All right, if you're an Intersect member, and here you'll see all the elections. I haven't finished my vote. I left it halfway just because of this video. And here you can see the different committees, and you can see you can basically vote for people. You can have the same number of votes as the openings in each committee. So for example, we have here with the product, once you open it up, you can see everyone who has applied into a position here, and then you can, for example, read more. As you've seen here, you can see bio of the people, you can see their social media, but you can also see other things as how they've contributed to Cardano and to Intersect so far, what the community should vote. So you have a bunch of questions that some of them are specific to the committee they are involved, to show what is their knowledge to be in this committee, and others are general in terms of contributions to Cardano. Here, for example, if you look at the product committee, can you share real world example of successfully defining and launching a product? You can see here an example, for example, of how that's done, but also their vision for Cardano as a product, as you can see here. So basically, ideally, you'd go through these candidates, watch what are their credentials, and make your vote here through the platform. You just need to literally vote. Like, for example, I'll remove this vote, and I'll add it again if I can. So it's definitely, you have a lot of people to go through, a lot of great candidates, so please take your time. As you can see, and as you've seen for the example, that this one that I've just shown you, it's myself, right? I'm also applying here to the product committee itself, and I'm applying because I've been building products for many years in Web3, and currently part of the team building GenWealth, a crypto inheritance and recovery app on Cardano. And I thought I could contribute to Cardano here by applying to the product committee, especially because from my experience of building products, I think it's important to take a very practical approach that I wanted to bring here to Cardano, approach where we would keep very close contact with builders on Cardano, with the teams, to understand from their side what are their challenges, how could the Cardano product improve to be able to cater for their use cases, especially builders who are targeting real world adoption and real world use cases. And I'm saying this because at the end of the day, what we want and what we should aim for is how can we grow Cardano? How can Cardano be adopted? How can Cardano be crucial in everyday life, basically? And that can only happen if we have use cases, strong use cases. I see blockchain a lot like the internet. The internet, it's awesome. It's an amazing technology, but you don't use the internet just because it is an amazing technology. You use the internet because you have applications that are super useful. You have YouTube to learn a bunch of things. You have Facebook to stay in touch with your community, or Instagram or TikTok, whatever you want. You have all kinds of services that you can use for your business. You have so much knowledge that you can consult and learn. So all these reasons are the ones why we use the internet. And I think blockchain is going to be very similar. It's about the use cases. If we have useful solutions that make us calm, we will use the blockchain. And we'll use it just because it's extremely useful. So we need to bring these use cases for people. Use cases that solve real problems and that bring real economic value into the blockchain. And I think that's the role of the product committee, and that would be the role I like to play, of getting in touch with all the builders, put a close contact with existing builders, but also potential builders, to make sure they know what are the qualities of Cardano, to make sure they understand the roadmap of Cardano, but also they give us feedback to improve this roadmap, feedback to improve Cardano, and that we can understand what are the use cases we can better support as a blockchain considering our characteristics, and how should we move forward. I think that's really important, and just overall improving that experience for builders, and making them feel heard, making them feel there is a roadmap for what they need. I think that would help a lot Cardano. So that will definitely be the focus here. Also having a good communication with the community, getting them involved into the product part would be super important, into what we are doing, so that if they feel that we really put effort here to make legitimate decisions and to have as much information as possible from users. That's what we want to attract to make our decisions, right? And as for the users, and with users I mean builders, that should be the focus of Cardano as a product. Then the builders will attract the real users like you and me that will come just to get something done, and the real economic value, of course. But as for the builders, we need to have this close relationship with them, but also see how we can support them. How can we help them get the resources they need to succeed? Because building is hard, and us in Cardano, what we need to focus is on getting the most builders possible, because those are our users, and those builders will be the ones getting us the benefits, will be the ones getting us the adoption we need. So the better the use cases we are able to attract, and the more use cases we are able to attract, the higher will be the chances of success. I think the product committee will need to play a big role on this, and hopefully that's what I would like to help with. If you appreciate this more practical approach that focus on getting closer to the builders, supporting them, understand what they really need to succeed, and believe as well that these builders will bring the use cases that will bring the adoption, the success, and the economic value from the real world, then please, of course, don't forget to vote for me. If you don't, then I'm sure there will be other candidates that will represent you just fine as well. Yeah, I would say please go check all these people. I'm going to be voting for each of the committees. I'm going to try to be making the best decisions possible after this video, and I hope you do the same as well. And of course, also don't forget there's an ongoing budget process almost wrapping up tomorrow, I believe. So if you want to learn more about that, don't forget to watch this video here. I'll see you there. Take care.